easily half of the advertisers who've decided to advertise with us sign up, and boy, the first thing they want to do is, hey, I could write a column about travel, I could write a column about chiropractic, massage, you name it, and we turn them all down. And it drives them crazy. And there are many small monthlies or weeklies that the majority of their content is that kind of material. And I've actually had publishers of some of those small publications take us to task because, damn it, you're hiring a bunch of those great retired or laid off Post and Sun Sentinel people to write real stories for you. And how in the world can you make any money doing that? Well, the response out of the community is really strong. They really want to read it. The challenge is finding that middle ground where you're just not using every advertiser to fill up editorial space, but instead you're investing in covering the community because you got to cover the community.
I want to ask you, what do you pay your reporters?
We don't have any reporters who are employees. They're all freelancing for us. Fortunately for us, misfortune of the big daily newspaper economy has been our fortune. We've got more talented people than we can use.
If you find anybody who understands the healthcare system, send them to me, please. I mean, it can take me 3 months to train an experienced reporter.
$300 a story, depending on how
Three,
many sources
four.
are involved with it.
Sometimes less.
Sometimes less.
Skill level.
Yeah.
and
Right.
other-
Yeah. If somebody calls up a single family member to help us through with a locally written obituary, it might be $100
Right.
kind of thing.
At
But
some
we-
point, if I get some money, that's what I intend to do.
Yeah.
I need to know what I'm going to be paying.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I actually just wanted to see Joshua's question to Gary answered on that bigger issues in our world.
Mm-hmm.
Why this is hyper-local, but I kind of wanted to see what his answer to that was.
I just want to stress that one of the reasons that Knight Foundation focuses on funding information in local communities is that that's the way our democracy is set up. That we elect people from those specific geographic areas, we pay taxes in those geographic areas, and that the geography is still critically important to information flow and its connection to democracy and to the strength of that democracy. So that's one reason why we're focusing on local news in local geographies. We're not focusing exclusively on that, and as an example, we've given a grant to NPR because we wanted to make sure that an organization like NPR does in the digital age doesn't just remain radio. It needs to be a multimedia organization, and it needs to be, even more than radio online. It needs to be a multimedia organization. So we've given money to retrain all of the journalists at NPR headquarters in Washington to have multimedia skills. And the idea behind that is to help strengthen, a national reporting organization, and in particular, make sure it has the skills to survive and thrive in the digital age. We have to pick our battles. If CNN is in trouble, I don't think Knight Foundation has enough money to save it, and the same thing with the New York Times. But what it might, what we do have money to do is to focus specifically on either training or things that can be replicable and scalable. So the idea behind the NPR training is that, in essence, it becomes a train the trainer thing. So that people, they go out and they train more and train more and train more, so that eventually the entire NPR system has the benefit of some of this additional training. So we are. I mean, I take Joshua's point that there's a lot more to journalism than just what's around the block, and it all needs to be strengthened. And we are trying to pick our shots.